Hi everyone, welcome to my studio. We brought you here today to introduce you to my newest collection of fabric called The Wisdom with FreeSpirit Fabrics. Yay! This is a continuation of my journey as a block printer and as an artist. And the past couple collections that I've done have been really a part of my inner growth and connecting with who I am as a human and as an artist and as a woman, and finding my place. So this collection actually started about a year ago when I started painting larger than life crows. I brought a couple to introduce you to. The Guardian, which was my original, the first crow. And this is Curious. Curious lives in my studio and he reminds me to get out of my head and back into possibilities, back into curiosity, and to experiment and explore and quit overthinking, which is why he's perfect for the studio. Anyways, as I was painting these crows slash ravens, because mine kind of look like Val versions of a crow raven, I thought, well, what if maybe these guys were meant to meet everyone, not just live in my studios? Because they don't leave my house. So I started carving blocks. And then I was thinking about how so much of this time in solitude has brought me so much wisdom. And this time when I paint and I am in my studio and I can shut out all the noise and connect to who I am, I find peace and I find ease. And the rest of my life feels so much more joyful and valuable, right? So this collection is full of motifs of my studio and my crows. So as you can see, this is our main piece, which was a hand-painted fabric that then I wrote my story of my crows on the background and carved some trees for my aspen trees outside. I have sunflowers and these leaves all drawn on a wall in my studio with Posca pens, so I can have sunflowers year round. And then there's designs and motifs that fill my studio and fill my life and bring me a lot of joy. So let me share with you the rest of the collection. This is the main piece. It has quite a few of my crows that I have painted, but since this, I have painted a few more and I have a few more blocks to make. But in the meantime, this is another series of the crows, monochromatic with the sunflowers and in indigo because I do love indigo. And in the background, you'll notice some diamonds because, you know, we all know crows love shiny things as I love shiny things. Here's our neutral palette, which is a little different palette for me. I tend to stick to my bright, rich colors, but I wear a lot of black and I love neutral. So I decided to step a little out of my comfort zone and create some more neutral pieces. With that being said, here are some lovely diamonds in black and gold. And my pink, because I love a little hot pink, little orange, little yummy girly colors. And then a soft, soft blue, elegant, little bit of gray. Feels as though the diamonds are kind of just floating on the top. I decided to encapsulate my aspen trees where the ravens visit me sometimes, as I don't have a lot of crows around here, but I have ravens. And the ravens will pop into these trees at the most interesting of times. Always, always when I need that gentle reminder to follow the thread, whether it's a thread of my creativity, whether it's a thread of who I am as a human, like lead into love, follow that thread. So We have our aspen trees and our ravens. Yeah, so have it in a lovely wintry palette. There it is. I also mentioned my sunflowers. And so since I can have sunflowers year-round in my studio, I figured I should be able to have pink ones and orange, as well as blue, because if anybody knows me, I do love blue. So now I have blue sunflowers any time of the year. One of the things that I really loved about this collection is the story that came out of it. For me, that creativity is just like another layer I discovered about myself, that I actually have something to say in words, not just in painting or in block printing. So we took my story and we printed it on this lovely background. And that was upside down. So let me show it to you right side up. Then one of the last designs seems like a kind of an odd inspiration, but you know, I wear a lot of rings and jewelry, and I love my jewelry. And they all have stories. They come from special places and have special meanings to me. And since when I carve and when I print, my rings are always there, I took one of the designs of my rings and I created a block and made this lovely, lovely geometric in pink, in this funky neutral, and of course, blue. I mean, you can't expect anything less from me. Blue. And of course, the final addition to the wisdom are feathers. Because as we know, I love feathers. They were in my last collection, Findings. So we decided that we would take them, make them a little smaller and monochromatic. So Findings has followed its way into the wisdom in indigo and orange, teal, and finally in pink. As if you notice, all my crows like to play in fluorescent bright colors. So this is my collection of wisdom. And I am so excited. I have lots of great projects and quilts coming, and I hope you enjoy this collection, and I hope it speaks to you. Have a great day. Thank you.